Au revoir. This lesson was recorded way back in 2008 with inferior technology, so please excuse the quality of the audio and the video. This is all based on the live version from Tribute. You've got the intro, verse, chorus, middle eight, solo and ending. If you'd like to know about the phone call I got from Ozzy about me replacing Zakk Wylde in 2005, you can go to deathshow.com and read about that. Just scroll down a bit. So this is the entire lesson, and I shall see you on the next one. Okay, this is the intro to Goodbye to Romance. You start on the second fret of the B string and do a hammer onto the third fret. Then it's open E string. And it's second fret of the E to the third. The hammer on, then it's a hammer on and pull off, same notes, and then fifth fret of the B string, then it's back to the second fret of the E with a pull off. So far you've got this, and then it's third fret of the B string to open E. So far you've got this. You play those two again. So that's then a hammer on and pull off on the B string, second fret to third, and then fourth fret of the G. Second fret of the B again, and G string open, then a hammer on from the second fret B to third fret to open E. So the whole thing would be this. Now for the verses. The first chord is a D major 7, which is 5th fret A string, 7th fret D string, 6th fret G string, 7th fret B string, and the first finger is pressing down the top string as well. And you just play through that. Second chord, which is the first finger presses down the D and the G on the 4th fret, and then third finger presses the B string down on the 5th fret, and little finger on the 5th fret on the top string. Next chord, and that's 7th fret, bar the whole string, all the strings from the D onwards, which is D, G, B. And little finger on the top string on the 9th fret. So far you've got this. Next is this chord, and that's bar the 9th fret with the first finger from the A string onwards, and then third fret goes on the 11th fret of the D. The G string is played with the first finger, and then second finger goes on the B string 10th fret, and little finger goes on the 12th fret on the top string. And then we go to a G chord, but with an open top string. So the notes I'm playing there is the bottom low E string, then the G, the B string, and then the open E, and then back to the B string. And that's open G, hammer onto the 2nd fret and hammer onto the 4th fret. Then you play the B string 2nd fret with your 1st finger, and then 3rd fret B to 2nd fret to open, and then a hammer on from the 2nd fret B to the 3rd, and then you play the open E. Second part of the verse, pretty much the same except for the 2nd chord isn't there, you've got a little fill instead, so it sounds like this. And that'll take you into the first chorus. So the first chord's the same, second part of the verse. Instead of playing that chord, you're going to play this instead. That's quite a bit of a stretch, so you go 8th fret on the high E and pull off to the 5th fret with the 1st finger, and then play B string 7th fret and then G string 7th fret. And that's the verse. Chorus time. Okay, so the first chord is a D power chord, open D string, G string 2nd fret, B string 3rd fret. Use your 2nd finger to fret the B string because we're going to need the little finger. So play the chord through, just up to the B string from the D, then do a hammer on the B string, and then back to your 2nd finger. And then bar the 2nd fret with your 1st finger and fret the A string on the 4th fret and play those through until you get to the B string, and then you play the B string and do a hammer on and pull off on the 3rd fret, and then play the B string after you hammer on and pull off. Then it's a B minor chord, which is 2nd fret A string, bar the whole lot there, 3rd finger on the D string 4th fret, little finger, G string 4th fret, and 2nd finger on the B string 3rd fret. So you've got this so far. Play those strings through. I'm playing A string, D string, G string, and then I'm skipping to the high E and playing, just playing through backwards, E, B, G, D. And then all you do is take your 1st finger off. So you've got open A, keep these exactly where they were. And do the same picking, so you've got open A string. Obviously the top E will be open as well. And then you do the G chord from the verse, which is same as a G but with the top E string open. And that's bottom string, D string, G string, then skip to the E, and then back to the B. You've got that from the verse, so it's open to hammer onto the 2nd fret, to the 4th fret, 2nd fret B, it's 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open B string, hammer on from 2nd fret to 3rd fret on the B to open E. That's the first part of the chorus, so it goes like this. Second part of the chorus is pretty much the same, just a couple of differences. First is the same. Instead of doing a hammer on and a pull off on the B string as before, we're going to do a hammer on the same as before, but then hit the top string on the 2nd fret, then play the chord same as before. That one's the same, so is that, and this one's the same as before. And the only difference is at the end of the chorus we're going to play this, which is bar the 2nd fret, have the A string open, you press down the D string, the A string and the B string, and then put the 3rd finger on the B string 2nd fret, play that twice, take that off, and just play the A there. That takes you into that figure from the intro, and that's the chorus. Now for the middle 8, it will be after a chorus, so you get this figure again. Okay, so from this figure from before, so you get up to the G string there, and then you play the bottom string and do a hammer on to the 2nd fret, or you're on the 2nd fret, sorry, so you do a hammer on to the 3rd fret, and then a pull off to your 1st finger, which is 2nd fret still, and then pull off the open string. And while that's ringing out, move up to here to get the chord, so each 2nd finger on the G string 9th fret, and then B string 8th fret, top string little finger 10th fret, so you get this. Keeping these two fingers the same, the 1st and the 2nd fingers, leave those there, take your little finger off and fret the top string just 1 fret down on the 9th, and play those 3, and then put that back. Take the finger off again. So it's a pull off there. Then you slide that chord down 2 frets, but as you do, make sure your 1st finger goes down 1 fret further, so you get this chord. And that chord is, 2nd finger is on the G string 7th fret, 3rd finger, top string 7th fret, 1st finger, instead of being there where the previous shape was, you've got to move that down to the 5th. Then you go back up to that chord and add your little finger back on, and you've got this figure. So you fret the D string and the G string on the 7th fret, play them through, and then you hammer on and pull off with your 3rd finger on the G string, and then you fret the D string on the 9th, and then you fret the A string on the 9th using your second finger, and then you play the D string on the 7th. Then you do a hammer on and a pull off, and then same on the G string, and then back to the D, so you get this, then repeat, and then you play that, which is little finger 10th fret. Get all 3 fingers down before you do any pull off, so you got little finger on the 10th fret, second finger on the 8th, first finger on the 7th. And then pull off to your second finger, and then pull off to your first finger, and you do this again. And instead of playing that little bit again, you do this. So you fret the G and the B strings on the 7th fret, and then bring your second finger down on the B string, which would be 8th fret, third finger goes onto the 9th fret, and then you slide that shape up 2 frets, and that leads you into the solo. So from there you get this. And that's the middle 8. Okay, start off on the 7th fret with the D string, do a hammer on, and then do the same on the G, but then play back to the 7th fret on the G. Then you slide up with your second finger to the 11th fret of the G string, and then play the B string on the 10th fret, so you get this. A bit of vibrato on there. And there. Next bit. Start with your second finger on the 15th fret of the E string, but also leave your first finger on the 14th and do a pull off to your first finger, sorry. And then fret 17th with your third finger on the B. And that phrase is 14th fret with your first finger on the top E, hammer on and pull off to this 15th, and then down to the 17th with little finger on the B string, and then back up to the 14th on the E, then it's back to the 17th on the B string with the little finger, and then the 15th on the B, and the 14th on the B, and then the third finger goes onto the 17th of the B, do a tone bend, and then play the top string on the 14th fret after your tone bend, and then play the B string on the 17th again, so this phrase is this. Now for the really tricky bit, which I don't really do the same every time. Basically the notes are 14th fret on the top string and 15th and 17th. do a hammer on and then another hammer on and then a pull off. And then the notes on the B string are the same frets, and the notes on the G string would be the 16th and the 14th. Something like that. I mean, it's always slightly different. So I know it's quick, but so I'm doing a hammer on, a pull off, and then a pull off, another pull off, back to the B string, then back up to the top string, 14th fret, and then 15th fret on the B, and then a similar kind of thing on the B string, which is 14th, 15th, 17th, and then 14th fret, that's 16th fret, sorry, on the G string, and then back up to the B string, 14th fret, and then end on the 14th fret of the G, then hammer on to the 16th, and then hammer-ons on the B string again, same frets as before, 14, 15, 17. And then you get to the top string. Called trills when you do a hammer-on and pull off a few times, so it's 14 and 15, and then 15 and 17. Move up to the 17th and do 17 and 19, and then move up to 17th, 19th and 21st, and then do a semitone bend and release. That's on the, where are we, 21st fret, and then to the 19th. And then play those two notes again, so you get this. You pull off there. And then play that one with the little finger. 22nd fret, if you've got that many. And then play the 19th again on the top E. And then back to the 21st, semitone bends again, then we're going to go down to that, which is the 9th fret on the G string, and do a tone bend, and then fret the top two strings, B and E, on the 7th fret, and play those. Use a downstroke for the bend, another downstroke on the B string, but then an upstroke on the E. It's important to get that right. Okay, next bit is the little finger on the 10th fret of the B string, and you pull off to the 7th, to your first finger. And then it's a pull off with the second finger on the 8th fret to the 7th. You do another bend, tone bend on the G string. And then little finger goes to the 10th fret of the B. And then keep the bend there. And once you've played the B string, hit the G string again while he's still bending the note and get it to release. Play that slowly again. Next phrase. Play that again. So it's top string, 9th fret, do a semitone bend and release, and then a pull off to the 7th fret of the E, next note is the B string 10th fret, and back up to the E string 7th fret. So just play the phrase before that leading into that again. So you got this. So you got the semitone bend, release, pull off, 10th fret B string back up to the 7th fret E. Then you play the B string, 10th fret again. Then it's 8th fret with your second finger on the B. Do a pull off to the 7th fret. And then it's 9th fret on the G, and back up to the 7th on the B string. And back to the G string, 9th fret. And it's down to the 7th fret on the G with your first finger. Then you move back 1 fret, so your first finger ends up on the 6th fret of the G, and then you play, so that's 6th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, all on the G string, and then when you move to the B string, you play the 7th fret. So that whole phrase is done now, so it sounds like this. Then you've got this. So that's top string on the 9th fret with your third finger, and then you go to the 10th fret, then you go 7th fret to the 9th, let's play that again, then it's B string on the 10th fret, then you go back up to the E, 7th fret, then it's B string on the 8th, then up to the 10th on the B, then it's 7th fret to the 8th, it's on the B, then it's G string, 9th fret, and back up to the B string, 7th fret, so you get this so far. And then it's G string on the 7th fret up to the 9th, and then you move back to the 6th fret on the G with your first finger, play that, and then play the 7th fret. So the whole phrase will be this. Then you slide up 2 frets. Then you slide up another 2 frets, so you get this. It's just using your second finger. And the last little run is this. Sorry. So it's the G string on the 14th fret to the 16th and then to the 18th, and then you move up 1 fret and go over to the B string, so then you get 15th, 17th and 19th, and then the same frets on the top string. So it's 14th, 16th, 18 on the G, 15, 17, 19 on the B, same frets on the E, and then you do a pull off from the 17th with your second finger to the first fret on first finger, 15th fret, and then you fret the B string and the G string on the 19th with your little finger and play those 2 strings together. slide down to the whole thing, you get this. You play the B string first, sorry, and then you play the two chords. And that's the solo. The end of the song starts with this familiar figure. So you got that from the intro. Then we're going to play this chord. So it's a little finger on the B string on the 3rd fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, first finger on the bottom string 2nd fret, and you play all those together using plectrum, and then where are we? 2nd and 3rd fingers, pluck those together, and then play the G string and then the D string. Fret the A string on the 2nd fret and do a pull off, so you get this. And then you fret the top string on the 3rd fret with your 2nd finger and get the 1st finger down on the 2nd fret ready to receive a pull off. So you play the open E string and the top E, bottom and top strings together. Do your pull off, you set the 1st finger. So you get this. And then keep your 1st finger where it is and play the A string 4th fret. And then pull off with your 1st finger to the open E string. So you get this. And gently rest your fingers on right over the 7th fret, right over the fret, not behind it where you play chords, right over the fret to get these harmonics. Don't press the strings down, just gently rest your finger on the D string, the G, the B and the E. Play through those strings, and once you've done that, take your finger off so that the harmonics can ring out. And that's the end of Goodbye to Romance.